If you're feeling burnt out, watch this video. I used to think burnout was just a phase, that if I got more sleep, went on a vacation, got a different job, that it would all just go away. But what I didn't realize is that was all just solving for a symptom and not actually looking at the root cause or the source of why this kept happening to me. So if you keep finding yourself in this state of burnout even after you've been resting, and you find yourself crashing out every few weeks or months, and life just constantly feels a little hard for you or too much, this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing 5 shifts that have helped me in my life. I'm someone who used to be in consulting, who has worked at a startup, who's worked for myself, and has been in all kinds of different career settings. So these 5 shifts or reframes have definitely helped me along the way. So first off, before getting into the shifts and reframes, let's talk about why you potentially might be experiencing burnout on rotation, it seems like. First off, you're only resting because you're forced to. And when I say forced, maybe there's a vacation that's coming up and you're just working on this hamster wheel until that day actually comes for your vacation. But that vacation time is only really just a handful of days. And at that point, it's not actually necessarily resting. It's just recovery and catch up from what you've lost in the previous days, weeks, and months. Another way to think about force is you're resting because you just get sick. As someone who has actually lost vision and eyesight because my body was in such an inflamed state, it's something that I get into in this other burnout video. And as also someone who has had kidney cancer, obviously cancer is a very complex diagnosis and there's not only one reason, but the chronic stress and burnout that I was feeling leading up to it definitely didn't help anything. So that could be another reason why you are actually forced to recover, is that you actually physically can't go on. Another reason why you might be experiencing burnout frequently is that your output and your productivity is tied to a sense of worth. As someone who's Asian, it is wrapped up in cultural norms of working for as much as you can, for as hard as you can to get that next promotion, to get the next milestone in your career. You constantly feel like you have to prove yourself. So in order to prove yourself is that you need to increase your output, increase the number of hours that you're working. And that's just not something that's sustainable. Number 3, you're living without buffer. So I've been around a lot of really quote unquote successful people. And when you take a look at their calendars or when you talk to them, you can see they are in back-to-back meetings, appointments, and they don't really leave themselves a lot of time to actually just give themselves a sense of space, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, in all the ways. Another is you're navigating too much alone. As someone who works for themselves right now, whether it's content creation or creating marketing strategies or whatever it might be, doing too much alone actually reminds me of this video that I created on overcoming decision fatigue, because that is just the top layer of what we're doing on our own. There's also all of these invisible decisions that we're making all throughout the day from the moment that we wake up that creates a stress on ourselves, on our bodies, and in our mental capacity. And lastly, number 5 on the reason why you might be experiencing burnout is that you're normalizing it. I don't know if you've had these conversations with people, I'm sure you have, where you'll ask them how they're doing and they'll just say, "Oh, I'm so busy." And you'll say, "Me too." And you just kind of normalize this heightened sense of workload that we're all carrying. And just because it's normal doesn't actually mean that it's right. Let me know actually in the comments if any of those 5 reasons for why you might be burning out repeatedly resonate with you. So now let's get into those 5 shifts or reframes that I think could really help if you are experiencing burnout. Shift number 1, from endless to-do lists to 1 to 3 daily priorities. You can start your to-do list every morning with 15 things that you need to get done, and you'll slowly start checking them off throughout the day, and somehow by the end of the day, you have another 15 that have been added to the list. There's always going to be something to do for everybody. But as you close your eyes at night and you start to get ready for bed, think about what those 1 to 3 things are on that list that would give you that sense of accomplishment at night, give you a sense of like, I got that thing off of my plate and I feel so good because it's driving me forward to what I ultimately want to do or need to achieve. You don't need to finish everything that's on that to-do list. You just need to focus on the top 1 to 3 items. When you focus in this way, it's actually giving yourself a bit of kindness to your future self, because when you wake up tomorrow morning, you are going to feel so good that you actually focused on the right things. Shift number 2, from pushing through to mapping out and being intentional and mindful with your energy. We wake up with different kinds of energy. It could be based off of what's going on in our lives, or it could even just be you didn't get as good of sleep as you normally do. The quality or the quantity of hours just wasn't there. So don't expect yourself to have the same level of output every single day. If you have lower energy that day, you might not be able to focus on something that requires high energy. Or if you're someone who woke up with high energy, maybe that's your opportunity to actually focus on those really high energy projects. That's why in my Lighten Your Mental Load Notion tracker, which is free and it's in the description, you can be really mindful and intentional with exactly how much energy each task or thing that's on your list takes, so that you can really focus based off of what your actual energy is for that day. Map and align your energy with each task. So that allows you to give yourself a bit of grace. Don't expect completion of high energy tasks every single day. Life just doesn't work that way. Shift 3 is focus on your boundaries. Boundaries equal freedom. And I know that when you think boundaries, you think walls, you think smaller, but that's not necessarily true. It's just an intentional walk through the door, not walking through every single door. Saying no kindly to an opportunity or to a project, or even to your mental self of, no, I'm not going to work on this project right now, allows you the space and the energy to say yes to something that feels aligned in the moment. Shift number 4 is from chaos to check-ins. If you know anything about me, I love a good check-in, whether that's just a reflective journaling prompt, or it could even be through a life assessment with the life wheel. A life wheel is essentially an opportunity to check into all aspects of your life, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, all the things, and see exactly how satisfied you are, how fulfilled you are in each of those areas, and then begin to see the connections to all of them. It's something that I used to do on a lot more frequent basis, very intentionally. Now at this point in my journey, I'm more aware of the reasons in why I might be feeling a certain way, but it's always something good to look back on every quarter or so. And if it comes to journaling prompts, I've definitely got a few, and I know that I've created a journaling specific video with some prompts in there, and I will pop it up here. Once you allow yourself that space to actually pause, things become a lot more clear for you, and you momentarily are able to get off of this hamster wheel of to-do lists and things to do, to really give yourself space to identify what's important to you. Because sometimes when we get lost in the to-do list, we actually lose sight of what our vision is and what our ultimate goal is. And lastly, ask for help where you can. As someone who is more of a solopreneur and I do a lot of work on my own, I'm always looking for opportunities to be able to collaborate with others, to partner with others, to ask for help where I can, whether that's in work or my personal life. If you're finding yourself repeating the same tasks at work, find ways that you can automate that. Question whether all the work that you're doing at work is important to the overall goals. Be comfortable with asking for support. For me, a lot of times I find myself editing a lot of things, and that is something where I can outsource. And so a lot of times I will ask for support in that regard so that I can free up more time, energy to focus on bigger picture things that are in my business or life. Start to ask yourself not what more can I accumulate this week, but start asking yourself, what can I let go of this week? Because the more that we let go, the more space we're allowing for all of the things that are aligned to us that really bring us joy. All of this isn't a perfect science, and it's not something that I implemented from day one. It's been an iterative, evolving process, but all of these have definitely helped me in some way along the way. And it's allowed me to bring a sense of ease back into my life versus constantly feeling like I'm in survival reactive mode. So if you are new to this journey and you're just now bringing awareness to the fact that you are burnt out and it's a consistent cycle that you're feeling, first of all, give yourself grace. But second of all, think through what is one small, sweet, actionable step that you can take today to bring a sense of calm and ease back into your life. Let me know in the comments how this content resonates with you. And I am wishing you well on your burnout recovery journey.